Video, we will learn about finding the roots of the equations and also the zeros of a polynomial. Let's look at this. We have learned from the previous video that if we have x squared plus x minus 6 equals to 0, we will factorize it x plus 3 and x minus 2 equals to 0, and then we will write x plus 3 equals to 0, x minus 2 equals to 0. Here we will get x equals to negative 3, and here we get x equals to 2. We may also write the final answer as negative 3 and 2. I explain this because these have different names. For this one, it is called the factor. We learned from the factor theorem just now. And this one is called the root. And these, without the x equals to, is called the zero. So actually they are of the same thing, but they have three different names for this. Please take note because it's very important. And then the note here, if PA equals to 0, so the A is called the 0. And for the same thing, x equals to a is called the root. Example 6, show that 1 is a 0 for this polynomial. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to let. So you will write let px equals to x cubed minus 3x squared plus 3x minus 1. So you want to show that 1 is a 0, so you will substitute 1 into this equation. So I will show you the substitution, and then you will calculate this, and then it happened to be 0. Then now you can conclude that therefore 1 is a 0 of px, the polynomial above. Example 6b asks you to find all the roots of this x to the power of 4. When we have x to the power of 4, so the first thing we're going to do, we will still let it to be px equals to x to the power of 4 plus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6. Because we do not have any hint about what is the root, so the technique we're going to use here is called try and error, in which we will test and guess what value that will be the root. So the first thing that we will put in is usually 0, and then we'll put in 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, and so on. So you can put in any value that you want to try, but usually we will start with the smallest number because it will be easier to calculate. So if you put in 0 in this polynomial, it is obvious that you will not get 0 because at the end you will still have 6 here. The best is to start with 1. So I will say P1 is 1 to the power of 4 plus 1 to the power of 3 minus 7, 1 squared minus 1 plus 6. And it happened to be 0. So one of the root, x is equals to 1. And the factor is x minus 1. Another one that we need to try, let's say we put in negative 1. So we'll substitute the value, negative 1 to the power of 4 plus negative 1 cubed minus 7, negative 1 squared minus negative 1 plus 6. And I happen to be lucky, I got it as 0 as well. So the root is negative 1, and another factor is x plus 1. So now we have two factors here. In this kind of question, you cannot try and error 4 times and get all the roots. You have to try and error only 2 times. So now what we're gonna do is we have to do long division. So we will have x minus 1 and x plus 1 as our divisor. If you expand this, you will get x squared minus 1. Draw a line, and then x4 plus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6, and then our divisor here. So we will do long division. To make x power 4 disappear, we'll multiply with x squared. So x power 4 minus x squared. Put a minus with the bracket. So we will get x cubed, and then we have minus 7x squared minus negative x squared, which is minus 7x squared plus x squared minus 6x squared. So minus 6x squared, pull down the negative x, pull down the 6. The next step is to make x cubed disappear by multiplying positive x. We will get x cubed minus x. Put a minus with bracket. So we will have negative 6x squared plus 6 only. Then the next one, we will do minus 6 to get negative 6x squared minus 6. So we will put the quotient and the divisor together. Now we have x4 plus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6 equals to 0. After we do the long division, we will realize it's actually the product of x squared minus 1 and x squared plus x minus 6. So factorize this quadratic equation. We're going to get x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 3, and x minus 2 equals to 0. It says find all the roots. So your final answer should be x equals to negative 1, x equals to 1, x equals to negative 3, and x equals to 2. I will leave example 6C and D for your practice, and these are the answers.